Hello, Sharif here. And this is my first experiment in live streaming. So both welcome and be gentle. Um, this is going to be different for me, and I hope it's going to be different for you, in that if you look at all the other live streams that are going on throughout the internet, anyone with a camera and a lighting system thinks they have actually something to say, and that's not necessarily true. Um, and they're generally screaming it at you and yelling and got bright lights flashing everywhere. And um, I'm not going to do that. Um, if you see me doing that, just send me a message that says, cut it out. Um, what I'm going to do is hopefully in small little capsules, ask you to think, ask you to feel, ask you to open your mind and actually open your heart to understand our world is different, our world is changing, and what is the transformation that's taking place right now. We're going to do some things differently, and one of the first things we're going to do is do things differently by doing a short meditation. Now, when I say meditation, I don't want anybody to get twitchy or think we're going to be in for something really long. We may go long at some other point in time, but this is just going to be 10 or 15 seconds, maybe 30 seconds or so, to ground us in where we are and who we are right now. I'm going to call us to the meditation with my really, really cool bell here. I am I've been happy with this bell for decades. And I'll call us back out with the same bell. And I'll have a ticker going to give you, if you want to close your eyes, please feel free to do so. If you keep your eyes open, if you want to be thinking about the meditation that you're doing, that would be great. And so here we go. So if you close your eyes, as you breathe in peace. As you breathe out any negativity that lingers within you. As you breathe in love. And as you breathe out any fear that still clings to you. As you breathe in joy. And as you breathe out any difficulties that you still hold on to. And with that, I will invite you to come back to our center. So that gets us started. And in our future, I will be talking about either some current events or like because this is live, I check the BBC, I check Al Jazeera, I check AP, I even check Fox News. And we'll be talking about things that other people think of um, as news. We're also going to be talking about what really is news, the stuff that is between all of the headlines that you may see on the news. I'll also want us to focus in on actually what's happening inside the chrysalis. Now, as you know, inside of a chrysalis, the caterpillar walks in and a butterfly walks out. How do you go from a being with, a dozen legs or so to a being with six? How do you go from a being that is primarily focused on food, on eating, to a being that doesn't eat at all? How do you go from a being that crawls wherever it goes to a being that flies? That's like us turning into a being that swims constantly and never needs air. That's a major shift. Our society is about to go through a major shift. All of our institutions are in the process of turning into goo. It's not a bad thing. It's something that has to happen. Once we accept it, once we accept that we're having a baby, we can then appreciate all the things that surround that process. If you don't think you're having a baby, you may think that you're dying. And many of us, especially in American society, act as though we're dying, act as though our society is dying. And we see these activities every day. People who are trying to get as much for themselves because they think everything is going to fall apart. Well, everything is falling apart, but there's another plan. If you looked at the caterpillar, you'd say, oh, this poor thing is dissolving, it's just turning into nothing. Well, that's true, but there's another pattern. That pattern isn't mine. That pattern isn't yours. It definitely is not the U.S. Congress's. That's one of the institutions that is dying right now. That pattern belongs to the divine. And really, I'm not going to get preachy on you. I'm not going to get religious on you. I don't care what your methodology is of getting to the divine. Many people use their religious faith, and I'm very happy for them to do so. Other people use other patterns. Many of us use multiple patterns. So you go to church, but you also do yoga, and you may do some Chinese medicine, and you may do other stuff. All of that's fine. What's not fine is denying the process that's happening. Because when you deny the process, you begin to believe that we're dying. And that generates the fear bells, and the fear bells are what keeps us where we are. Okay, before I get wound up, this is the part where things are supposed to be short. So welcome to the first of the live presentations that we will have. I hope to do this every Monday, every Wednesday, every Friday. Keep our fingers crossed. I hope to do this over the course of this next month to see if we have enough interest to keep going. Part of the interest is going to be how many of you are going to be here live when I am taking questions and comments live. And how many, and what is that growing? So if only 5 or 10 people are interested in this and show up and ask questions, in the end of a month, I'll say, oh, that was an interesting experiment and it didn't work. But if our numbers are growing, then I think it's going to be worthwhile for us to keep the process going. I intend to use some part of the broadcast to present something. And then I intend to use another part of the broadcast to respond to your questions, comments, thoughts, etc. And I intend to use some part to introduce some future concepts to you to get you to see whether or not you want to cover that. Now, one of the things that I want us to do is have you suggest what the topic should be to me. I just simply won't respond to fear-based questions, comments, or concerns. I won't respond to things that people just trying to get attention for themselves. It's like get your own live stream. But I will respond to honest questions from honest people who want to have us talk about some things. Okay, I said these were not going to go more than 10 or 15 minutes. I meant it. There'll be something tacked on to the end of our future documents, our future videos, to cover some boilerplate stuff, but you'll know what that is when you hit it. So thank you for participating in our first activity, and I'll sign off now. Peace to all of you. May all of us be blessed. May all of us be well. May all of us be secure. May all of us be happy. Bye.